Oh yeah, I was muted. I'm sorry. Yeah, welcome back to the Elite Series League of Legends Division 2. Just some technical hiccups, but anyway, QG is still on my side. The OG, anyway, the best color caster in Benelux probably. And today we have the third game of this evening, and if we see the upcoming matches, we can tell you which two teams are facing each other. I think it's Repass Gaming and the other team we will see.
AURORA.
AURORA. Perfect.
Yes, it's AURORA.
Cool.
Yeah, and it's gonna be an interesting game. Reapers Gaming are up and coming. They also came with AURORA from the, I think, from the qualification. If I remember correctly. Maybe I'm wrong on that. But they are pretty strong. They have some high individual players that are going to play this game on. And yeah, we saw in the last two games that the team fight comps are actually better than the pick comps. So I'm actually hyped for the third game today, because you see two games and they were played three different comps, I think, and so I think it will be a team fight oriented meta. I love the team fight. It's for play-by-play caster, not for me, but for you, Frashtana. It's even more interesting to see what will happen in the team fight, and then you just can pop off what will happen. You just scream, and then we see some kills, I hope, and some interesting fights, some interesting setups. What do you think?
Yeah. Well, I hope that we see some of those interesting team fights, but I think the last two games really kill heavy and really dominate from at least one of those teams usually. So I think we will see something similar. I think the first game today was a little bit more off meta, but the second game with the Rise, with the Maokai, was much more to the meta from patch 13.1. So maybe we see that from those two teams as well today. And maybe if interesting fun fact about Repass Gaming, it's actually an Italian org with like a Netherlandish squad, or at least two players from the Netherlands. But it's an Italy org, like the whole coaching stuff, more or less Italy. So that's interesting for the Benelux at least. And yeah, I hope we see some great things from them, because like you said, they came from the qualifiers, so they needed to battle against so many teams, and in the end won it. So we can probably expect something out of their hands.
Yeah, I'm hyped to see every team. The first week is for us. It's good. We can evaluate what the teams bring to the table, what the scrims were, and we can just look what happens. You know, if you you look at the teams, you look at the players, and then you can think, okay, he's good. They're a good team. They are a good team. But it comes down to execution. If you're nervous, you don't play on your 100%. But yeah, now we're on the pick and ban phase, and we have Nautilus, Kisante, and Karma out. So, and the Blitzcrank. Yeah, Reapers Gaming played. They played Tristana Blitzcrank, I think, 4 times, and they crushed the whole game. In the qualifiers, I actually watched some of the scoreboards. There, and there's the Viego ban for AURORA. And yeah, Kisante didn't show up, but one of the trainers right now. And there's also the Wukong out. So Maokai and Vaya are open. Zac is open. Rice and Kassadin is open. So, and Lucian Nami is also open. So we see there's a Maokai pick, and this could be Twitch, and Lulu is also open.
You just have 6 buns, right? So
Yes.
something will be open in the end. Yeah, but this insta-lock Twitch Lulu really stands for something. So they are just confident, just insta-locking a hyper carry with Lulu, and just saying, "Come on, guys!" Like, looks Caitlyn, for example, would be open. There's the Tristana you already mentioned, not with a Blitzcrank, but still. Just a lane where you can maybe with an engage support jump onto the Twitch onto the Lulu and just destroy them. So against such a scaly hyper carry, some aggression really helps. And of course, we already mentioned how strong Maokai, how strong Rises both get picked up by Reaper, so they definitely know how the meta right now works. And a really interesting pick, at least from my opinion, it's Talia.
Yes. Talia could be jungle here, actually. Because I don't think it's going to mid lane, but it counters the Tristana too if she jumps in. It's the E. She can really pick up the Rice and also stop the Maokai, and there's the Nami ban because it's also pretty good with Tristana. The range and the attack speed increase is good to hit the E, so I think it also works good. But let's see. There's still so the flags for the jungle mid lane for Aurora, so the Reapers have to choose if they want to ban a top laner or a mid laner. And they ban a jungler because they think Tanya is going into the mid lane.
No.
There's still the Vi is open, so you can flex that too. And then you let top lane the last pick for Aurora.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
There would be. Yeah. I wanted to predict this Olaf ban, by the way, but was too slow. But I actually wanted to say that they will ban Olaf. But I mean, in the end, I can say that I wanted to say that, and nobody knows if I really wanted to say that. But no, I was prepared for him because like Wind actually was end of season challenger on Olaf a lot, so he is just an insane Olaf player, and you don't want to face him on the top lane. But there's your way. I mean, you already talked so much about her item build, every single gem select. You name drop why, and there she is finally arriving on the Rift. So your prediction worked out.
Yeah, I like that champion. She just goes in and punches people. I like the playstyle because yeah, and she was out for like 2 or 3 seasons, and now she's back. There's the Soraka for Reapers that also counters Vi if she ults someone. You just put the field down and he gets snared anyway. Yeah, and there's also the Renekton. So there's some stable picks for the Reapers, and there's Maokai, the full engage for Aurora, and also for against the Renekton pretty good. You can stack up that armor and do more damage. But yeah, to talk about the Vi here, it's gonna be pretty hard if the Soraka is around because of the mute field, and yeah, you have to kind of bait out the mute and then go in for the kill with the ult. But yeah, the Vi actually popped up when the Chainsword started to become a meta pick for the jungler because the stats were just too gold efficient. They nerfed it once, and then Vi dropped out, and now it's coming back again because she's pretty tanky with Radiance Virtue. So we will see how this is going to be. But yeah, some stable comms and picks for both of the teams. There's some very good engage for Aurora, and some good peel with the Talia and the Lulu for the Twitch.
Yeah.
But if the Renekton goes the Prowler's Claw build, I think Twitch or Lulu is going to be bursted in like 1.5 seconds when the Renekton is kind of fed.
Yeah, and I mean, I kind of like this full engage type team comp with a Twitch, because if you engage the enemy and they need to like peel themselves and maybe use some spells defensively, then the red can shine because nobody has the spells up to punish the red. So that could be a plan for Aurora, just to give this Twitch as much time as you can get, that he can maybe carry you in fights. But in the end, you have so many comfort picks. I mean, this Soraka is actually the most played champion by the support of Reapers, and of course, the Renekton was most played last season, and the Soraka's hard counters all those hard engage. So if Wise jumps in, you just place the silence underneath her. If the Malphite goes in, you just place the silence underneath him. So it's really, really hard to play against the Soraka who just counters every single hard engage more or less. And yeah, could be a rough time. And then even like this top lane matchup, of course, you can stack a lot of armor, but then Ryze will just kill you, and in the end, Renekton is a lane bully, and a tank like Malphite can't really win this lane, so you have a losing side lane, and it will be a difficult game for Aurora, definitely. And Reapers, yeah, they showed us in the qualifiers how strong they are, and now first match day, they will maybe show us how strong they are in the league. Who knows?
Yeah, it really looks good with the. Well, they play a lot of Tristana in the qualifying game, so it's really an aggressive pick in my opinion for early and late game. Also, the Renekton Malphite should be. The early game Renekton could win it, but if Malphite gets some items, he should be stronger.
Yeah, that's usually the way tank against bruiser works. If the tank gets fat, then the bruiser just hasn't enough damage to kill the tank, because every single like lead on a tank like multiplies, because it just gets too tanky and just runs you down. But especially in the early game, like Renekton was really, really strong, and he will win the sustained battle because every single Q will heal him. And meanwhile, he has the Doran shield, so he will just out-sustain this Malphite, out-sustain the mana of the Malphite, and then maybe even go for the kills, because he bullies him in the early game. So Malphite probably can't get his defenses up fast enough, and then maybe loses the lane. But could go the other way around as well. It's always flippy in those matchups. Who gets the lead maybe wins the lane.
Yeah, and also with the grasp you can stack up some health with the Malphite, so you get stronger shields and better stuff. But yeah, it's kind of quiet right now. While he does the full clear, Maokai skips Crux and goes for the scrub. Crap. And Vi just backs on full clear, and maybe Maokai. They think that Vi is on top side, but she just went back. Could be a lane gank soon for the Vi. She's setting it up.
Yeah.
Some little trades here and there. Maokai goes back now, so you're fine on that one.
Yeah, I mean it's quite a quiet game right now. I mean, if we compare it to the first two games, a lot of more kills like went in the early game, but at the moment people don't really go for those flip 1v1s, 2v2 solo bolos. They just farm up and try to outplay their opponents on a farming way of laning, which usually helps the scaling team more. And if we look at both teams have a lot of scaling, but they're all in on the top lane, but I can't really see it. Now the flash. Oh, Malphite flashes on the other side. What a really nice play by him. Wind now really needs to get out of there, but there comes his mid laner, so no kill will get traded. But that was a really clutch flash there by the Malphite.
Yeah, that was kind of lucky. We'll see what will happen soon. There's the mute. You can have to back, miss some CS. But yeah, that was lucky for both teams that nobody got the first blood here. What will happen? The Ryze is going to stack the tier pretty well here. Talia too.
Yeah, probably Talia is the weaker mana stacking champion. I mean, probably Talia will not go for the Rod of Ages, or at least I would think so. So probably goes for Ludens or something, or maybe because the team is really tanky, she will go for the Liantris. And so the tier just helps her a little bit, and of course helps her to survive an all-in, to survive the crocodile if he jumps into it, because you have this lifeline passive, of course, which grants you a really big shield, and that's the reason why so many mana stacking champions are so strong right now, like the Khazadi, like the Ryze, like the Cassiopeia, just because they changed this passive from Seraph, and they they buffed a little bit the Rod of Ages, so that's the reason why all those mana champions pop up in your solo queue games, probably.
Yeah, and also the Anivia, who should benefit from that build, though she's not being played in competitive right now.
Which is really
But
sad.
yeah, actually, she's
really flash engage, but good clans coming out of Haru. Hawa, I think it's Hawa, but Habu, I guess. And he really like instantly cleanses and flashes out, because otherwise he maybe gets bursted by all the damage Ryze provides, and there's why just stopping a recall and getting out with a well-timed Q.
Yeah, and you see Ryze going for the Champ Punk Sword. And she's just going for the anti-heal. And you see the Maokai is going for the Red Smite, so you have the extra 2 damage that is going to happen for the saplings. So maybe he goes full AP here, if he gets ahead. See, the Rift Tower is going to be taken. Why is going to be spotted out.
But she goes in with the ultimate, so they try to fight it. There's Twitch, there's Ludo, but they all get rooted up, and now the first blood goes to Ryze. It lags a little bit, so I can't see if Malphite goes in. No, he did, and in the end, just 1 kill onto the Y, and with that, 4 people will get this Herald. In the meantime, by the way, Tristana just probably got 2 platings or something, because she didn't went for the roam, so she will be ahead onto the Twitch, like we see here, 400 gold just by doing nothing than pushing. And yeah, that's sometimes more powerful than going for a roam. Just sitting in the lane, getting more fat than your opponent laner. But on the flip side, if Twitch would have gotten the pentakill on the top lane in this skirmish, then it would be the losing play, of course. But in this case, it was a better decision for her to stay.
Yeah, you also saw the Soraka mute field where Vi just got CC'd and then rooted, and then she couldn't get out. As she would have flashed out, but she didn't flash. So we just kind of see the counter of Vi is Soraka.
Yep. And I think we saw a great strength there, why the Maokai is so strong right now. Just all those jungle skirmishes where you just have all your saplings thrown into those brushes, and you just just really strong CC, and with that, Rice gets all his burst onto the target, of course, and yeah, it's so powerful, and we already see the Rod of Ages being dropped there in the mid lane. Just the first mythic in 10 minutes. Yeah, this Rice just will dominate the whole game, and you can't really side lane as a Malphite against him. You can't side lane as the Talia against him, so he will just be a madman in this game and just run over all of them. And yeah, he does what he does.
Yeah, the champs do what the champs do.
Yeah, like Spider Pig.
Yeah, but just League of Legends picks.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's kinda slow right now. But Vice going for a top gank. Maybe we see something here in Maokai's bot. So the engage is coming.
The unstoppable force, and he tries to protect himself, just flashing him YQ, and even though she has ult, I mean, she can't really go into it because you don't have the damage to kill him, and you don't have like the rundown opportunities because both don't have boots already. Meanwhile, Renekton at least has tier 1 boots, so he will just get out of there in no time. And meanwhile, at least the Drake goes to the Reapers.
Yeah, the Inferno Drake is pretty good. I didn't see what the second Drake is. But there is the Rice engage.
Flash, but the Talia! Oh, it was so close to get out of there, but sadly Lordor gets the kill. And yeah, just the second kill for Rice, which is dangerous for Aurora.
Yeah, the Rice is again further ahead than his lane opponent. But you also can see it's pretty hard to play against the Rice, and then Maokai you just ult in, CC, chain CC you, and then just kill you. It's just yeah, you just see what will happen in the fights here.
And like I said in the first game, or no, the second game of today, if a late game scaling hyper champion wins the early game, it's never a good sign. Like it's like the Kassadin who gets first blood on level 2 or something. You know something went wrong, and it will be a hard time. And now it's like the Rise with almost full stacked tier, and with 3 stacks already on the Rod of Ages, so he will probably be ready at minute 20 when the Baron spawns. Then you have a full stacked, 2 full stacked items, and probably win a team fight, take down Baron, and then it looks rough for Aurora if everything goes right for Reapers.
Yeah, he has maybe a pick, but I don't think so.
There could be a fight being happening, and yeah, Malphite went really, really low. And now, while in the 1v1 with Maokai, but just the walls get destroyed, and there are those saplings. I mean, they really hurt. But at least the siege could get stopped by Aurora. Really good swap there from the bot lane, just to prevent anything from happening. But now, in the meantime, Wind will get a little bit tier 2 turret damage, and now there's the engage onto Y, and she will probably don't get out, and there's the Maokai. He gets the 2 roots onto the bot lane, and Mira tries to get under the turret. He survives, but on the flip side, all you other members probably will die because this Malphite can't really win it. But I mean, he's surviving. He's really clutch surviving, and now they are in a dangerous place between the turret. Almost dying. Oh, there's the Renekton triple kill maybe for Renekton. No, in the end, it's just 2 kills for the Tristana, with everybody surviving on Reaper's side. Wonderfully played by both teams. I mean, in the end, even the surviving under the tower was really, really strong, but with this teleport from Wind, they just crushed it.
Yeah, you saw the engage, you saw the the little the little dancey dance, and you just saw the Ryze AoEing down and Renekton who kills the solo targets. And for Renekton it was a feast, well appreciated, and Tristana AoE'd them down, and it was 3 kills for Tristana, no 2 kills for Tristana, and yeah, a lot of gold going to the Reapers.
Yeah, and at the moment it's really a clean game. I mean, they didn't lost a Drake, didn't lost a turret, even didn't lost a single member right now. So 7-0, just being up 6,000 goals, and yeah, probably when the Baron, when the dragon spawns, they will just take it, and then maybe the next turret is already being taken down by the Maokai, and with that you can just take down the mid lane turret and open up the map a little bit more. Yeah, and there's not much counterplay, just trying to scale with the Twitch maybe, and trying to survive until Twitch has 3 items or something. That could be the game-winning plan, but on the flip side now, the Croc is waiting, but doesn't go for the all-in, or maybe he goes for the all-in. Yeah, he goes for the all-in, but there comes the squad, there comes the cavalry, there comes the teleport, and Ryze is invited to the party, but I can't really see what's happening, and there's the kill for Lawler, and yeah.
And is it the old?
The Realm Warp with the Maokai, and it's just a lonely little mage against 3.
Smite it! Oh, he comes with the Maokai delivery!
And probably wins even the 1v1 with the saplings, with the damage he has. I mean, you can kite if you can land your stun, but he will probably just win the 1v1. Maokai is fed already, but we can't see it.
We will see, and she died. So the 3 against the stone won the fight. But the delivery system was kind of funny. Yeah, the whole delivery thing from the Marker W can be good, and also could be sometimes bad.
I just heard that the turret is being destroyed, but I can't see anything. Okay, now I got a refreshed picture, but it's really rough. Yeah, 9-0. 3 minutes till Baron. Almost full build on Ryze now with his 2 items. Yeah, that's.
Yeah, in my opinion, he's full build already. He just needs some levels.
And Tristana as well. I mean, she has Phantom Dancer, she has this, the Kraken Slayer, so this Tristana like packs a big punch. Even was cloaks already in the inventory to even have some more critical chance. And yeah, I mean, there are not that many ways to win this game anymore for Aurora, and I mean, if you just look at the kills, I mean, 9-0, okay, that's fine, and maybe from an outside view you could say, yeah, there's plenty of time still left, but no, I mean, from a Calacaster point perspective, the game is almost lost at that point, and that's really sad. That's really sad to see. I mean, it's minute 18, and you can already say Reapers probably will win the game. I mean, they just had a better early game and will convert it, like we can see.
Yeah, but you have to have the clean conversion from this early point to the mid game. But Maokai does it pretty good if you're ahead with the red smite, with the Scorch Claw it's called. You get that 4% true damage, and you just hit the enemy. With that true damage, with the max health damage from the oh, there comes ult.
Yeah, and
the pig.
He had like the QSS from Lulu, so he survived it. He had a lot of damage, but in the end it's just damage on Lawler, and he is pretty tanky. The Seraph staff didn't even like procced, so he still has a big shield. And yeah, I mean, it was well played by both teams. They tried to find the angle, and in the end Twitch survived. So that's really good, but just goes to show that Reapers can really go for everything, and it will probably work. And now even Lulu tries to go for 1v2 because she is fat, so she can try to do it. Yeah, and there's Baron with a full stack Rod of Ages Rise. Good luck to fight that, I guess.
Yeah, and then with the Tristana that has the Kraken Slayer and the high attack speed to just kill the people here, and you just see that the fights are going pretty well.
Yeah, 6. Yeah, I can't see the fight.
Yeah, but the Maokai just sounds alone, and I think this is Baron for Reapers. Else, maybe they could. Yeah, it's the Baron for the Reapers. They play pretty cleanly. Talia's going to push out bot, get the tower, but backs because she thinks the Roy is going to kill her.
I mean, it was an uncontested Baron. No kill got lost, and the whole Aurora team still has flashes, so they didn't really fought. So they just let this Baron going down. Didn't even try to go for the steal with Y. And now Y is in a really bad place. But okay, she has still the flash, and of course the Lulu helps, so everything fine for her. And Blue Off got stolen by the Talia, so she still has the upper hand in this matchup. Stealing the Blue Buff from Rice, I mean, well played.
Yeah, sometimes you just need to steal the objective, but maybe there's going to be a pick here on the Renekton. The Malphite is going in, but
and
Reapers
no, there comes a tower dive against Italia. She is down, and meanwhile the Crocodile just runs away and doesn't really get hurt in this 1v3. And now the mid lane tower gets taken down by the Reapers, and it's the Inhib as well.
It comes engage again.
Jumps into it, but she can't really connect it. Yeah, and with that, I mean, Reapers probably can go for the base because they are so much ahead, but no, they go for Drake probably. They will just get out and maybe even warp, or try to hit them with frame warp. So if the enemy team tries to stop the Drake, then just teleport behind them. Who knows? That would be a play I would be looking for Lore, but nope, they just get the Drake for free, and in the end, just do a lot to win this game. But actually, they lost the whole turret. It's not a perfect game anymore.
Yeah, they lost the turret, but that's sad. To not get the perfect game, but a win is a win, and they are 11k gold ahead, 10k sorry, so they are still far ahead of the enemy, and with no kills dropping, well, if one team fight goes to bad for the Reapers, Aurora still can come back from that, but it's pretty hard. The Twitch is going for the Kraken Slayer and tries to melt the Renekton and the Maokai, but they're just so tanky and do so much damage. Maybe we have a pick here again from the Ryze.
No, was close. Yeah, I think Aurora even needs like 2 or 3 good fights. I don't think that one good team fight saves them from this lose. It's just, I mean, it's 10k. it's 10k. You can't really just with one flip. Can't really turn it. You would at least get some shutdown gold from mid and ADC. I mean, that was something good. And there's Twitch. He is on stealth. Maybe you get it. Oh, good double knock up, and Twitch can throw her out of everything. He gets a lot of damage in.
Heals.
Maybe they can win this team fight. It's looking good. The Reaver's wall was great as well. But in the end, Maokai will fall, and that's a double kill for Talia, so she is back in game. They got 3 kills. Soraka did fall as well, and I mean, Lola looked really vulnerable as well. And that was a winning team fight. Holy moly.
Yeah, like I said, if they get a good team fight where you setup they have, they actually can do some damage, and they did the damage here. It was a good Talia able to squeeze them into the wall on the top, and then just AoE them down. The Maokai wasn't in range for the Rice ult to get away, so he had to sacrifice himself, and yeah, then he died.
Do you want to hear a
But
sad
there's-
thing? It's still 9k. I mean,
Yeah, because they didn't get the shutdowns on the on the shutdown people. That was a very sad part for Aurora here, who who got the Soraka, the Maokai, and the Renekton, and the fat people are the Rice and the Tristana with the gold on top. If you kill them, you actually get 1k closer to the edge.
yeah.
It's still 9k. Baron should be up soon again, so there will maybe be a Baron dance. Rice is going to set up the bot wave to prepare for the Baron, and they're just gonna take the buffs here, deny some vision, set up some saplings. Actually should last for, I think, a minute now, because the time scales up with health. It should be a minute around
Yeah.
by now.
It's
So it's 3 wards. That's what the Maokai brings.
yeah.
The tree lights up the tree, and then here you see just spamming them.
Yeah. And everybody on every single sapling will hurt. That's the cool thing. You will just like crush all hopes and dreams with this big tree. And I mean, look at that. Lore is level 17. Meanwhile, like some others are level 12. I mean, just 5 levels casually ahead. And there's a pick on Lolo. He just gets picked out by the whole squad. Maybe you can even get something out of there. No, it's the Baron for the Reapers, but maybe shut down mid lane turret. I mean, that's something. And that's the comeback. Just a little bit, but that's the comeback.
Yeah, that's the 1k closer to the gold of the Reapers, and that's the thing you can get if the enemy does Baron and you see someone split pushing you, follow him with the Twitch, and then you can just kill him and get something out of the Baron, because you lost it anyway. You can't fight that. The enemies are too strong, so you just get the shutdown. I think an 800 gold shutdown is pretty good for an enemy team that's behind, and also a 500 gold tower. I think.
Yeah.
I think it's almost 600, but there's a dragon spawning, and it's soul for the Reapers, and Maokai will be late because no TP and he backed off. So, but I think they will just give it up because they will lose the team fight. The enemy is just too strong.
Yeah, and
And there we have it.
I mean, that doesn't make it easier for Aurora just playing against Soul now. I mean, Rice is already like a full tank, more or less. And I mean, look at those health bars. I mean, he has almost 4k. He has more health than Malphite.
Yeah, but it's just health. That's the point. If you don't have resistance to get that down.
Yeah, just and now like this turret gets being taken down. Maokai ultimate. Oh, there's a catch on Malphite. He couldn't even ult, but Twitch deals a lot of damage. They can't really connect into them, so they can't really get to Twitch. They still have the Lulu ult. There was the Lulu ult, but in the end it isn't enough. When if Lore just takes them all down in the end, and just 3 people from Aurora survive, but the Nexus turrets get taken down. You have no more ultimates. Maybe with a good reverse wall, but there's Lawler doing lots of damage on Twitch, but in the end he survives. 13-5 in the end. Just Reapers with a small hiccup, but still dominating this series, this best of 1. And yeah, no more 100% win rate on red side. So red side isn't OP. That's basically what we can take out of this game. Or just Reapers are insane, who knows? I mean, they are probably insane. and just crushing Aurora in this game. And they look like a really spicy enemy to fight, especially this early or mid game. Just having not a single member lost, not a single turret to like minute 20 or something. Wonderful.
Yeah, you see, the Maokai has the 100% win rate today, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see that he's the stronger jungler than Vi. And you see just the Rice and the Maokai were just popping off here. And yeah, but I think because we have some lags, we will go straight into the pause. It will be a bit longer one because we have to restart the stream, and later it should be better with the lag connection. So we're just gonna do that, and then we can talk later about the games from today.
Yeah. So we say see ya, but stay tuned because there's still a fourth game, Dynasty against I didn't really know the name right now, but no, it's Adverse.
Yes.
I think. Yeah, so
Dynasty against Adverse.
Against Adverse will be a banger game. Dynasty, of course, one of the well-known orgs in this league, so definitely stay tuned for that. So if the stream goes down, we are still here and we'll make a show for the last game, of course. So just stay tuned and hopefully you enjoy the last game of today.